We got some interesting and yeah, rather unfortunate news regarding James Harden and rapper Lil Baby. So James Harden, he was stopped by police in Paris, but he was not arrested. And the reason why all that is connected to Lil Baby, which I will explain. So basically, James Harden has been seen around Paris with rappers Kanye West and Lil Baby, and he was on the street when a car was stopped after police smelled cannabis. And Harden, he tried to intervene. He was stopped, but then he was let go. And there is a video in the article, which obviously I will post the source in the description down below. The video is in there of James Harden being frisked. But let's go to Lil Baby for a second. So Lil Baby, he was detained Thursday for allegedly transporting drugs, according to the city's prosecutor's office. And the prosecutor's office said one other person was also detained without releasing the identity, and an investigation is underway. And according to reports, police say they found 20 grams of cannabis, a substance that is illegal in France, in the car. So before I talk about this, I just want to say the source of this article is ESPN News Services. So let me talk about this situation for a second, okay? This is kind of a big problem we have, okay? Some people they end up doing things, right? But they don't know the actual laws that go on in different countries. Different countries have different laws. Okay, I mean, obviously, I'm going to get in the comments. It was stupid. They shouldn't have arrested him. Free Lil Baby. I'm going to get all those comments. I'm going to understand that. I'm completely aware of that. But the thing is, in certain countries, things that are legal in the United States might not be legal in other countries. So again, I don't know again what Lil Baby, where he was transporting it to. 20 grams. It does seem like a lot of weed. I'm not sure where he was transporting it to, but again, regardless, like I read in the article, it is illegal in France. And he was arrested, and there is an investigation. And again, I'm not sure what's going to happen with Lil Baby. Again, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if we're going to make an update on that, considering the fact that Lil Baby is a musician and not a athlete. We'll see. But overall, I'm not sure what's going to happen. James Harden, again, he tried to intervene. Obviously, he's been hanging out with Kanye West and Lil Baby, and Lil Baby might be a very good friend of his. So again, when he saw it, he probably tried to intervene, but he was stopped by police. He was frisked. Now, I don't think anything with James Harden. James Harden's side, I really don't think it's that serious. I don't think he was part of any of this activity right here. I just think he saw it, but tried to intervene and ended up getting frisked, but he wasn't arrested. As for Lil Baby, I'm not sure what's going to happen to him. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure. But but a lot of stuff like this. This is important. Okay, if you go to a different country, you have to know the laws. Okay, you got to understand them. And we talked about this with Alex Caruso when he had weed in his on him in the airport. The airport will not accept that. So we got arrested. But you have to understand the rules of different states, let alone different countries. A lot of different countries are strict. Again, what was he doing in Paris? I don't know. It might have been just a vacation. But overall, a lot of countries are strict. So you got to understand these rules and you got to understand these laws in these countries. You got to be more careful. Okay. Stuff like, and again, because of it, people have been getting arrested. And do I think Lil Baby deserves a huge sentence? Absolutely not. Okay, depending on if it was getting transported to like something like I don't know, a cartel, I highly doubt that. Then yeah, I could see a big sentence, but I don't think he's really going to get a big sentence. But then again, I don't know what the consequences are for breaking those types of laws in France. I don't know. It could be okay. Then maybe U.S. government is going to have to get involved. I have no clue. But all I'm saying is, if you go to a different country, you got to learn the laws. It's as simple as that. Okay, you have to learn the laws. Now, again, like I said, I do not know what's going to happen with Lil Baby. If an update comes out, maybe we'll report about it, maybe we're not. It all depends. We'll see. But overall, going back to James Harden's side, he was frisked. He tried to intervene. And they ended up letting him go. He wasn't arrested. So overall, I mean, for James Harden, it's not that big of a situation. I don't expect James Harden to get a fine. I don't expect I don't expect any consequences happening to James Harden. But I'll say this, for this case alone, if you're going to a different country, please learn the laws before you go, okay? Because there has been many, many cases, okay, many cases where people go to a different country and they get into a lot of trouble in that country, okay, because they didn't understand the laws, okay? I definitely heard of a bunch of cases where people go to different countries and they end up getting themselves into a lot of trouble. For instance, one perfect example was A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky ended up getting arrested. I can't remember what country it was. He ended up getting arrested in a country, and then Donald Trump was able to pull some strings and get him released. I remember that. Same, okay, but you got to be careful in these countries because, and even certain laws that are illegal in every country. For instance, stealing in this country might be something small depending on what you steal, but if you steal that same exact thing in a different country, you're gonna probably get more time because it's a different country. All laws are different, it all depends. But overall, I don't know what's gonna happen with Little Baby. I really don't. There's an investigation going on. It's him and another individual. The name of the other individual, it's unidentified. He's unidentified or she's unidentified. So we don't know who that is. But overall, just be careful when you go to different countries. Just be aware of what the laws are. And if you want to do something, whether you have like weed on you or whatever, make sure you look up those laws so you don't get yourself in trouble.